Good afternoon and welcome to Express News. I'm Shubhendu Ghosh. Let's begin with the stories. President Draupadi Murmu is on a 3-day visit to Uttarakhand. President graced the 20th convocation of Kumaon University at Nainital on Tuesday. During her address, President Murmu said, "Education is the foundation of any nation's development. Therefore, education should not only develop students' intellect and skills, but also strengthen their moral strength and character." Vice President C.P. Radhakrishnan inaugurated an exhibition of medical devices developed by faculty of Sri Chitra Thirunal Institute for Medical Sciences and Technology and the startup companies at the Achyuta Menon Centre for Health Science Studies in Thiruvananthapuram. Vice President lauded Institute's remarkable achievements in indigenous medical device development, such as low-cost Chitra heart valve, Chitra blood bag and spot diagnostic tests for tuberculosis, which have gained global recognition. Governor Om Prakash Mathur called on Prime Minister Narendra Modi in New Delhi. The meeting highlights central support for northeastern infrastructure and governance amid routine state coordination. Prime Minister's office posted on X about Environment Minister Bhupender Yadav's article about how Mission Life reframes Tamil Nadu airy tanks and Rajasthan Johads as planetary service, eyeing 2 billion ton carbon dioxide cut by 2030. External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar on Tuesday dispatched 20 tons each of humanitarian assistance and disaster relief cargo via Indian Air Force C-17 flight from New Delhi to Jamaica and Cuba, featuring Arogya Maitri, Bhishma Cube, generators and medical kits for Global South recovery. The Election Commission of India launched the second round of its special intensive revision exercise on Tuesday, covering 9 states and 3 union territories with a combined electorate of around 51 crore. The campaigning for the first phase of assembly elections in Bihar will end this evening. The campaigning will end at 5 p.m. IST on Tuesday in 121 assembly constituencies spread over 18 districts. BJP National President JP Nadda is actively engaged in campaigning for the ongoing Bihar assembly elections. He addressed a rally in Bhojpur and later set to address one in Gaya as well today. Union Home Minister Amit Shah held a public rally in support of NDA candidates in Darbhanga. The minister slammed the opposition, saying that no development was done during their tenure. At an election rally in Raghopur, Bihar, Defence Minister Rajnath Singh said, during UPA's rule, it gave only 2 lakh crores for development of Bihar, but under NDA, over the last 10 years, rupees 15 lakh crore have been invested for Bihar's development. Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath on Tuesday branded Rashtriya Janata Dal and Congress hereditary plunderers while unveiling over 6,000 crore rupees Ayodhya-Sitamarhi 4-lane corridor at Bihar's Lakhisarai rally. RJD leader Tejasvi Yadav also addressed a public rally in Charia Bariarpur. Meanwhile, opposition leader Rahul Gandhi addressed public gathering in Aurangabad, Bihar. 6 people out of 8 were killed while 2 injured after a truck collided with a car at Deva Fatehpur Road in Uttar Pradesh's Barabanki on Tuesday. Directorate General of Civil Aviation drafted a new rules that could allow travellers to cancel or amend their tickets without paying additional charges within 48 hours of booking and mandates faster refunds. Uttarakhand Chief Minister Pushkar Singh Dhami virtually addressed the public during inauguration of Vaikunth Chaturdashi fair being held in Pauri district's Srinagar. Over 2,000 Sikh pilgrims from India departed for Pakistan to commemorate the birth anniversary of Guru Nanak Dev Ji, paying their respects at various historic gurudwaras on the occasion of Prakash Purb. The pilgrims entered Pakistan through the Atari-Wagah border. Expressing their happiness, several members of the Jatha thanked government for granting them permission to undertake the pilgrimage. Niti Aayog member Vijay Kumar Saraswat on Tuesday demanded unified policies blending 8% growth with green mandates while pushing tax breaks and grants to triple private research spending at emerging science conclave. In India, markets closed in red on Tuesday. The Sensex was down 519.34 points at 83,459.15. Nifty was down 165.70 points or 0.64% at 25,597.65. Indian rupee ended higher by 13 paise at 88.65 per US dollar on Tuesday versus previous close of 88.78. Brent settled $64.89, while West Texas Intermediate hit $61 on Tuesday as OPEC Plus paused first quarter hikes. And spot gold on Tuesday dipped 0.25% to $3,395 per ounce. Indian 24 carat fell 700 rupees to 1,23,000 per 10 grams. Those were the updates on gold, and silver tumbled 1.01% on Tuesday to $47.6 per troy ounce, while Indian rates eased 1,51,000 rupees per kilogram. In Asian markets, Shanghai Composite dipped 0.19% on Tuesday as Reserve Bank of Australia held rates at 3.60 amid sticky inflation, while Kospi snapped 4-session streak while Hang Seng eyed gains. Dollar index on Tuesday hovered at 99.89 as divided Federal Reserve trimmed December cut odds to 68%, while Australian dollar dipped 0.44%. Post-Reserve Bank at 3.60 amid sticky inflation and shutdown data blackout. Bitcoin's price on Tuesday fluctuated and remained above 103,800. Institutional demand fell below daily issuance for first time in 7 months. Total cryptocurrency market shed 90 billion amid profit-taking. In Europe, Stock 600 on Tuesday slipped 0.35% to 538 as FTSE dipped 0.16%, while DAX index fell 1.5%. CAC 40 was down 1.4% amid trim rate cuts, bet and shutdown data void. As the US federal government shutdown hits record 35 days Tuesday, the Trump administration will issue only half of November's food assistance to 42 million low-income Americans using contingency funds. United States Agriculture Department depleted $4.65 billion contingency fund for 50% November food aid to 42 million amid record US shutdown as delays loomed in the states. 2 federal judges ruled the Trump administration must exhaust $4.65 billion contingency reserve towards $9 billion November food aid before halting 42 million recipients' benefits. Democrats block Republican funding over expiring COVID-era healthcare subsidies. Parties blame each other as Senate plans 14th vote on Tuesday on House bill, with turns seeking weekly resolution amid impasse. US officials delayed a new round of flights as airlines said 3.2 million air passengers have been hit by delays or cancelled flights due to a spike in air traffic controller absences amid government shutdown. Ground delays hit Dallas and Austin airports from controller shortages. Nearly 2,900 Monday flights were delayed. Houston and Washington are next as 13,000 unpaid controllers and 50,000 security officers trigger warning of aviation shutdown. US President Trump said on Monday he will restrict federal funds for New York City if Democratic candidate Zohran Mamdani wins the city's mayoral elections that will be held on Tuesday. Trump said on Truth Social, and I quote, "If Mamdani won the election, it is highly unlikely that I will be contributing federal funds other than the very minimum as required." Polls show Mamdani leading against former New York Governor Andrew Cuomo, who is running as an independent after losing to Mamdani in the Democratic primary, and Guardian Angels founder Curtis Silva, who is the Republican nominee. Californians head to the polls for a proposal backed by Governor Gavin Newsom to temporarily redraw electoral districts, a move aimed at boosting Democratic seats and countering Republican gerrymandering in Texas. U.S. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth on Tuesday pledged full American support for South Korea's nuclear-powered submarine program while co-chairing the 57th Security Consultative Meeting with Minister Agyubak in Seoul. Meanwhile, Canada's Prime Minister Mark Carney is set to unveil maiden budget on Tuesday, slashing waste while boosting defense and infrastructure to halve United States dependence amid crippling Trump tariffs battering steel and autos. Peru on Monday severed diplomatic relations with Mexico after former Prime Minister Betsy Chavez, facing 25 years rebellion sentence for 2022 coup plot, entered Lima embassy seeking asylum. Consular services continue. Thousands marched in Mexico's Morelia and Uruapan on Monday, vandalizing palaces and burning Absinga town hall while students demanded justice for assassinated anti-cartel mayor Carlos Manzo. President Sheinbaum vows arrests. Visiting German President Frank-Walter Steinmeier on Monday pledged 65 million euros for Ghanaian youth jobs, renewable energy and vocational training. However, Bundestag approval remains pending as three-day state visit heads to Kumasi on Tuesday. New Tanzania President Samia Suluhu Hassan on Monday took oath for the first elected five-year term after a 98% landslide victory, as opposition alleges hundreds dead in clashes during polls. Internet blackout still persists for the sixth day in Dodoma. Guinea junta leader General Mamadi Doumbouya on Monday filed candidacy for December 28th presidential elections, defying past vows while opposition decreed betrayal as exiled rivals barred under new constitution amid credibility fears. Russia unleashed 120 Shahid drones overnight on Tuesday, targeting Odessa energy and grain terminals. Defences down 98, fires were swiftly doused with zero casualties. Governor Ole Kipa confirmed amid escalating winter infrastructure conflict. Israeli forces on Monday eliminated Hezbollah commander Mohammad Ali Hadid, directing border squads plus another operative in apart southern strikes, while Lebanese ministry reported 2 dead amid fragile ceasefire violations. Israel's Knesset committee on Monday advanced Minister Itamar Ben-Gvir mandatory death penalty for terrorists murdering Israelis, while Prime Minister Netanyahu endorsed post-hostage releases scheduled on Wednesday plenum vote amid coalition threats. Time for a short break. There's more coming up.
Tell us whether the British were really interested in religion, or was this all about politics?
The British wanted to know as much about it as they could. But what they got was not necessarily a truly accurate reflection of the lived reality. It doesn't matter what your religion is as long as the man is good.
I cannot not ask you about the Kerala story, that contentious, controversial movie.
It really was not just propaganda, it was just blatantly false.
Welcome back. You're watching Express News on DD India. Let's continue. Hong Kong's weather service announced on October 2025 as the city's hottest on record, with average temperatures soaring to 28.5 degrees Celsius, surpassing 2015 mark amid intensifying climate change concerns. At least 5 people died as Typhoon Kalmegi struck central Philippines, forcing tens of thousands to evacuate and cancelling over 160 flights, with Red Cross aiding affected residents. Typhoon Kalmegi is expected to cross the Visayas and South China Sea by Wednesday, reaching central Vietnam on Thursday night, with authorities preparing for severe impacts. At least 7 people have died. 4 people are still missing after an avalanche on Mount Yalungri in Nepal occurred on Monday morning. Unseasonal rains in parts of Surat have caused significant damages to paddy crops, leaving farmers distressed. Heavy showers over the past few days have waterlogged fields, destroying standing crops ready for harvest. As per IMD reports, thunderstorms accompanied by lightning and strong winds are expected to lash Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh on Tuesday, bringing a spell of unsettled weather to the northern region. Over the western Himalayas, Himachal Pradesh and Uttarakhand are also likely to experience thunderstorms with lightning and gusty winds on Tuesday. In India's northeast, thunderstorm with lightning likely over Nagaland, Manipur, Mizoram and Tripura on Tuesday and Friday. In central India, Madhya Maharashtra is expected to remain under influence of thunderstorms with lightning from Tuesday through Friday. Indian states of Konkan and Goa may witness thunderstorm activity with lightning on Wednesday and again on Friday, signaling intermittent pre-winter instability. Britain's Prince William played a game of beach volleyball on Rio de Janeiro's Copacabana beach on Monday during a royal visit to Brazil, drawing excited onlookers. In Australia, engineers are developing Charlotte, a spider-like semi-autonomous robot that could transform how buildings are constructed on Earth and one day even on the moon. Fashion stole the spotlight at Australia's Melbourne Cup on Monday, even as crowds shrank over animal welfare concerns. The event remained a key day for socialising, dressing up and enjoying the races. In Darwin, Australia, crocodile races at Berry Springs attracted stylish crowds with 3 thrilling heats. Nearby Nunama Tavern added to the fun with frog races and charity auctions, blending local traditions, sports and fundraising. In southeast Western Australia, fierce winter storms have revealed ancient 7,000-year-old tree stumps along the Esperance coastline. Researchers and indigenous rangers are investigating the site to uncover clues about the region's prehistoric wetlands. In Turkey's Hatay, a giant 8-meter olive sculpture built with 50,000 pieces of scrap metal has been installed, highlighting both the region's olive identity and the message of sustainability through recycling. In Dubai, a cafe in an industrial neighborhood turned coffee hub is offering the world's costliest cup, nearly $1,000, brewed using rare Panamanian beans. The Ok Om Bok Festival, a traditional heritage of the Khmer people in southern Vietnam, began on Monday night at Santo City to celebrate and preserve the community's rich culture and traditions. In Yoichi, northern Japan, Vineyard's owner reported in September that the Pinot Noir grapes suffered rain damage due to unusually warm weather, which also risks high sugar, low acid and faster ripening. The Golden Autumn Fair 2025 in Vietnam drew some 100,000 visitors daily, featuring 3,000 booths, 2,500 businesses, generating $38 million in sales and $190 million in deals. In Long Binh, Hanoi, a 90-year-old woman, lovingly known as the Fairy, has spent over a decade knitting wool sweaters for children in remote northern highlands. Her decades-long kindness continues to warm young hearts across the region. Water from melting Greenland ice blessed by Pope Leo XIV was celebrated at Rio's Christ the Redeemer as part of climate pilgrimage. On Monday, Laudato Si movement led the initiative to unite faith and environmental action. The holy city of Ujjain witnessed the grand celebration of Harihar Milan on the occasion of Vaikuntha Chaturdashi. The event symbolizes the divine meeting of Lord Vishnu and Lord Shiva. Under Mission Vatsalya scheme, Homes Away from Home initiative is transforming lives of 22 girl students in Udhampur, Jammu and Kashmir by offering them shelter, education and emotional support. Goa Chief Minister Pramod Sawant inaugurated the 116th Dindi Mahotsav in Margao, celebrating the rich culture and spiritual heritage of the region. Hollywood actor Simu Liu hailed Marvel's 2026 Avengers Doomsday as a love letter to superhero movies, thrilled to reprise the Shang-Chi with MCU stars. At New York's American Museum of Natural History, the CFDA Awards honored U.S. fashion excellence on Monday, naming ASAP Rocky fashion icon amid designers and celebrities. Actors, athletes and influencers like Venus Williams, Benito Skinner and Rihanna attended the CFDA Awards, underscoring its status as a cultural barometer and fashion showcase. Diana Ladd, the three-time Oscar-nominated actress known for her film Alice Doesn't Live Here Anymore, has passed away at 89 on Monday at her home in Ojai, California. Actor and singer Ariana Grande has wrapped up shooting for the upcoming Meet the Parents sequel titled Focker-in-Law. She plays Olivia Jones in the John Hamburg-directed comedy. Focker-in-Law is the fourth installment of the Meet the Parents franchise, produced by Universal Pictures, is set to hit theatres on November 25th next year. Jonathan Bailey, the 37-year-old English actor returning to theatres this month in the musical film Wicked for Good, has been named People magazine's Sexiest Man Alive for 2025. Bailey's upcoming film, Wicked for Good, the next chapter in the beloved musical saga, is set for theatrical release on November 21st. Hollywood actress Ella Purnell is set to star with Pete Davidson in the cosmic rom-com That Time We Met, about a couple whose unborn child is destined to save humanity, directed by Nick Liverman. In a major shock for Stranger Things fans, actor Millie Bobby Brown, who plays the lead role, has allegedly accused co-star David Harbour of bullying and harassment on the set. ICC on Tuesday announced the Women's Cricket World Cup team of the tournament, with as many as 3 Indian stars included in the 11. Runners-up South Africa also have 3 of their players in the side, with skipper Laura Wolrath chosen to captain the team of the tournament. Australian stars Annabelle Sutherland, Ash Gardner and leg spinner Alana King also made it to the World Cup team of the tournament. South Africa's Laura Wolrath surged 2 spots to claim the #1 ICC Women's ODI batting ranking, overtaking India's Smriti Mandhana after her twin centuries in the World Cup semi-final and final. India's Jemima Rodrigues scaled 9 positions to be 10th in the list after India's title-winning World Cup performance. Lucknow Super Giants appointed ex-Australia all-rounder Tom Moody as Global Director of Cricket on Tuesday, gearing up for the IPL's upcoming high-stakes T20 season. Former Indian spinner Ravichandran Ashwin's BBL debut with Sydney Thunder is off after knee surgery from training injury in Chennai, sidelining him for the entire 2025-26 season. Gutted, he said, focusing on recovery. The Indian Army on Tuesday hosted the Army Sports Conclave 2025, focusing on sports collaboration and India's Olympic future in New Delhi. In an exclusive DD India interview, ex-Indian hockey skipper Viren Rasquena lauded Army's pivotal role in sports, calling a 3rd straight Olympic medal for men's team a monumental feat. India's Sports Minister Dr. Mansukh Mandavia announced centenary celebrations for Indian hockey on November 7th at Major Dhyan Chand National Stadium in New Delhi. Los Angeles turned into a sea of blue and white on Monday as jubilant Dodgers fans lined downtown streets to celebrate the team's second World Series title in a row. German giants Bayern Munich will face their biggest UEFA Champions League challenge yet as they travel to title holders Paris Saint-Germain on Tuesday. Bayern coach Vincent Kompany said they will need to play a perfect game against PSG if they are to have chance of protecting their record-breaking start to the season. Liverpool will look to continue their winning ways in their Champions League fixture against Real Madrid at Anfield on Tuesday night. The upcoming season of the Indian Women's League will be played in two separate phases, with Phase 1 starting on December 20th, 2025, while Phase 2 beginning on April 20th next year. With that, we conclude this edition of Express News. Namaskar.